Hello and welcome to another episode of Warrior Cycles. I would like to say thanks to those who have watched my previous episodes, and in my very first upload I mentioned that I was working in my dad's garage because mine hadn't been built yet. Well, welcome to my garage. As you can see, it is fairly empty. So there's two things missing in this garage. The first is some tools. As you can see, there's nothing behind me. There's nothing in here. And secondly is a workbench. You cannot work without a workbench. So let's get the tools. Okay, so let me run you through the tools. I have got a prime weld TIG 225, AC/DC and stick welder over here. Very nice machine, very popular over the internet. I'm not doing an unboxing video, as you can plainly see. It's unboxed already. Main reason for that is I've had some electrical concerns with the 220 and the local electricity supply. Along with the welder, just a few other things: welding helmet, grinder with a flapping disc. I also have cutting disc. Now, to be honest, I forgot to buy a picking hammer, so I've got to use the one that came with the prime welder. You'll see how well it works. Got a quick and pretty cheap, to be honest, Chinese magnet set. We'll see how well those work. I've got some welding rods, rags, and some acetone. And there on my far left, you'll notice some steel tubing. That will be the focus of today's video. I am going to be building my very own workbench. So I have an actual place to work. Okay, I have 1 inch by 1 inch by 1/8 square tubing. The bench is a relatively easy box frame design, i.e. we're gonna have upright, square tube, another upright, so box frame. Pretty simple. Not going to run too much through it. I've just cleaned the welding area with a flapper disc. Going to put all the magnets together, stand it up so we can start welding. Let's get to it.
That's all, folks.